What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and we're back with part 2 of the Kanye West interview. So let's go ahead and get into this one. The first part, this is about 4 minutes long. It's called Atheists Love This Term. So let's go ahead and get into it.
People with power try to make other people feel like they don't have any. My power is through God.
Facts.
So if someone ever says anything like, oh, you did a great job, it's praise God. It's funny, atheists love the term narcissist when you believe in yourself.
Right.
They say that it's narcissistic. You know,
I've usually heard the term more, and this is coming from somebody who used to be atheist. I actually heard the term more for people that are actually narcissists. Trust me, there's some out there, so I don't think it gets tossed around like that. But then again, I can just be so, even at that point, I could have just been so out of touch. Maybe he knows better than I do, because that term is thrown at him a lot. So maybe he does know something I don't know.
I love the dynamic of how you compare, you show that there's still humanity even with the position that God has placed me in. Why did Moses smite the rock? Why did he get that frustrated? And just to be able to be gentle, to be more gentle. You know, God is alive. Look at this right here. Look at how quiet it is right now. It's only God. God is of order. The devil is of chaos.
Facts.
That's true.
That's facts.
You know, we are, I wanna talk about my potential run for 2024 and Trump's potential run for 2024 and the beloved DeSantis potential run for 2024.
Hey, he's just dropping some stuff on us. I think Trump already said he was going to run again. Kanye, I did not know he was going to run again. DeSantis, I kind of figured. DeSantis was going to run. Interesting. Now, out of those three, I'd pick DeSantis in a heartbeat, okay? Just because, and I said this in a comment recently, I'm kind of sick of celebrities and old people running for offices. I'm just kind of over it at this point. It sucks. I would prefer somebody younger, or has some understanding of how everything works, you know? I just can't, no more celebs. I like Kanye, I wouldn't want him as president. I know in that comment I did say, man, can't nobody do worse than what's happening now. I say that every year. But honestly, I wouldn't want him as president. I wouldn't want Trump as president either, but I think the only reason he came in that year, I mean, it was between him and Hillary. And honestly, I believe he was the better option. Hillary was horrible. If you had to pick one or the other, like it was mandatory to pick one or the other, I would not pick Hillary. But if you had to pick one of these three, I would pick DeSantis.
Mayor Suarez, potential run for 2024. And, you know, they thought Trump was a joke. For older white people, they're quick to classify a black person only by the fact that we're black. Even Trump, a person that's, you know, we'd consider to be a friend of mine, when I went to the White House, I called him after that to get A$AP Rocky out of jail. And one of the things he said to me is, you know, Kanye, you're my friend. When you came to the White House, my black approval rating went up 40%. And for politicians, all black people are worth is approval, is an approval rating.
Mm-hmm. All we're worth is a vote. That's why they be trying so hard. Think about it. That year Obama gave out all the free Jay-Z tickets and Jay-Z performed at the concerts and all that. Y'all remember that? I was in college at the time. I went down there and got some free tickets. We all did. And the pickup locations were always in the hood out of all the places, right? So they'll do everything. What are they doing this year? I saw a video. It was Saucy Santana and Trina. No voting, no bucking. All the black people, yeah, woo, no voting, it's. What about Diddy? Vote or die. Y'all remember that? They really just use us for votes. Once they get what they want, toss to the curb. They don't really care about us. I mean, if you want to be frank, either side don't really care. We have to actually come together as a community and start acting right and care about ourselves and working together amongst ourselves. That's how all this is really going to work with us, right? People don't want to hear it, though.
The Democrats feel that they don't owe us anything, and Republicans feel that they don't owe us anything. Blacks have never demanded something for our vote. And that's something I talked to Ice Cube about. What are we asking for? How do we change our life? If all of our organizations and all of our colleges and even our title as black was made by white people, all of our jobs, and Black Wall Street, Harlem after gentrification, there's never been a fully black-owned community where we have all the municipalities, things that Dr. Claude Anderson talks about.
What did I just say? Me and him on the same wavelength right now. Another one I thought of with Biden. You're not black if you don't vote for me. Y'all remember that? They just say whatever to get the black vote.
We need that. It's like 90% of America is not even developed. I'm not one of the people that go up and say, hey, I want to stop anybody from making money. The people that make money and the powers that be, I am your true Nikola Tesla. And I'm not even a scientist.
What do you think of Elon Musk? Do you know him?
Very well.
What's your take on him?
You said that because I said Tesla?
I did, yeah. It's just the first thing that
he did.
And that everyone's always like, oh, Elon's got these answers. I think he's a great team player.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the next clip and then we'll get into that. All right, I got the second clip ready to go. It's also only 4 minutes long, and this one is titled "Media's Promotion of Obesity is Demonic." Oh, I wholeheartedly agree with that, but let's get into it.
Mob. It's like liberal Nazis that will go up and attack you. Like I said, everyone's like, Anna Wintour's your friend. I'm like, this Gabby girl and Gigi and these people, they would have never said anything negative unless they got the okay from Condé Nast, unless they got the okay from Anna. They would have never got the okay to comment. Like, let's just talk about specifically.
So these are people who are attacking you for your T-shirt.
Well, it was a setup. It started off as them having this black girl comment and say, well, I felt traumatized when I saw this T-shirt. It's like this, a black girl saying, I felt traumatized when I saw a black man wearing something that he wasn't allowed to wear. It's like in Django when Jamie Foxx is on top of a horse and Samuel Jackson's like, that black guy's not supposed to be on top of the horse. Okay. And then I went and said, hey, I don't like your boots. I know Anna Wintour doesn't like your boots and you're not a fashion person. And then people started to say I was a bully, but it was a setup. And they finally got it, right? Because I eliminated the BLM officer at Adidas. And then...
Okay, first off, I don't know why. This is the second company he's mentioned out of both of these parts where the company has a Black Lives Matter officer. Why do you have a Black Lives Matter? Is that the term? Because remember, every time something racist happens in the media, companies be like, oh, we hired the person to be the head of the diversity department. It's like a black person. Like, they'll make a brand new department, and the head of it is always black. Is that what this is? Is that why you guys are hiring Black Lives Matter officers? Why are y'all hiring Black Lives Matter officers? What is their job? What do they do? Matter of fact, I'm about to look it up. We're going to see how nonsense this is. All right, I came back. I couldn't find a title or a salary for it, so I don't... It has to be the diversity head of these companies. It has to. Because I don't understand what a BLM office manager is.
I got out of the Gap deal, and just one by one,
did? Hold on, he's officially out now? Yo, kudos to you, because that was like a 10-year-long contract, which I thought was just crazy from the beginning. It's the Gap. Who shops at the Gap? In this day and age, who shops at the Gap? I don't think the Gap was ever popping through my lifetime. Maybe, no, that was Abercrombie & Fitch. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who shops there. That was when I heard he was doing 10 years with him, that sounded horrible.
I've been winning these battles, right? And they thought they had me. They had the idea that Ye was bullying, what I think the liberal term is a body goes black woman. Now let's talk about Gabby and my good friend Lizzo. Lizzo works with my trainer, a friend of mine, Harley Pasternak. When Lizzo loses 10 pounds and announces it, the bots, that's a term for people it's like telemarketer callers, on Instagram, they attack her for losing weight.
I actually remember when that happened. There was a point where she said she was trying to get healthy, lose weight, and she was becoming a vegan, right? Man, the amount of hate Lizzo got was insane just for saying that. But I'm not shocked, because now they have made it where if you're obese, right, or fat, whatever, wherever you land on the scale, if you actually want to get your health in order and become healthier and more fit so you can live longer, they say it's fat phobic to diet. That don't even make sense. How are you fat phobic because you want to diet and become healthy? None of that makes sense. He's correct. That did happen. And then I noticed somebody was putting around that they said Lizzo has lost 60 pounds in 2 years. I don't know how accurate that is, because she still looks the same size. And also, if she is working out constantly with, he said, his trainer, which is probably so she could just keep her endurance up during concerts, she should have lost well more than that within a 2-year time span. That's not fast enough. I'm not saying you got to do 60 pounds a month like on My 600-Pound Life, but you also shouldn't be doing 60 pounds in 2 years. That means you're not constantly doing what you're supposed to do.
Because the media wants to put out a perception that being overweight is the new goal, when it's actually unhealthy. Yes. Let's get aside the fact of whether it's fashion and vogue, which is not. Let's just, or if someone thinks it's attractive, to each his own. It's actually clinically unhealthy.
Thank you.
And for people to promote that, it's demonic.
It is. It is demonic. If you notice, I've said this in other videos, if you go to the women's section at a store, they'll actually have fat mannequins now next to the skinny mannequins. They're trying to promote it. They call it body positivity. You never see this in men's sections, only women sections. You never see it in a men's section, right? They try to call it body positivity. You've had fat activists come out and try to get, and they're mad because when they go to doctor's offices, it'd be like a BMI or health chart, and they say that's triggering to them. So now they're trying to get that out of hospitals and clinics. And it's like, yeah, like it's triggering you because you know you're unhealthy and you don't want to hear the truth. That's why you're triggered by it, okay? Like, it's literally, like he said, it's clinically unhealthy. Our bodies weren't made to carry that amount of weight around all the time. And I've said in another video, I've linked it when I told y'all about Monique. That used to be Monique's whole thing when she was coming up in Hollywood. Her whole act was, I'm the big girl, I'm body positive, I love myself. All the jokes were about skinny women. Guess who vanished and popped up years later? Skinny. And why did she pop up skinny? She said it's because her health, she needed to be healthy because she wanted to live longer, so she listened to her doctor. Lizzo's probably trying to do the same thing, but yet they have her weight tied to her her image for her career so tightly. Or she's just like the face of the big girls, right? Yeah, she's too big. Like this, she's not healthy. I would rather her be healthy than we get like a news article come out at some point saying she caught a heart attack or a stroke on stage due to her weight size. Okay? Remember Rick Ross was going through it? He had them back to back until finally he decided to just start losing weight. Like, you have to be healthy. And he's not even all the way skinny, but he's way skinnier than he used to be. We just got to get you, if you don't want to be skinny like me, you at least have to get down to a healthier level where you could just live longer. That's all that really matters, okay? Like, y'all got to be healthy. You got to think about your health. Nobody's fat phobic. They don't hate you for being fat. They actually care about you and want to see you do better.
You know,
What can I ask?
Yeah.
I've noticed this also.
Yeah.
Why do you think they would want to promote unhealthiness among the population?
It's a genocide of the black race. They want
Facts.
to kill us in any way they can. Planned
Facts.
Parenthood was made by Margaret Sanger, a known eugenics with the KKK, and I believe that if we saw ourselves...
And I already gave y'all the abortion facts in part 1. If you missed it, go back to part 1. I listed all of that.
as we saw ourselves as a people and not a race, then we would treat our people better. Like,
I do believe there is a genocide on our race, though. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me, but it's just... I do believe it. Because if you look at all the other races, and I understand America as a whole, like, the weight's it's just becoming more and more normal to be big. But usually if you look at the other races, like, they know the benefit of being skinny, at least, like, during certain age points, when, especially for relationship-wise and everything, when you're trying to find a mate and blah, blah, blah. Why is it in our community, if, like, we a little bit bigger and nobody wants to date you or anything, it's just kind of like, y'all, you need to accept me for me and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, nobody wants to deal with your health problems, okay? Take it from somebody who lived with a fat person. He was probably obese at one point. Listen to somebody who lived with one, like, majority of their life, okay? I lived with my dad from when I was, like, 5 or 6 or something. Every year, it was just heart attack, stroke, heart attack, stroke, heart attack, stroke. It was just taking turns every year. And then you might get lucky in a year skip, and then it'd be right back the very next year. He refused to lose weight. He refused to eat right. Refused to exercise. Mad at every doctor that told him what it was. Start changing doctors, thinking he was going to hear something different. Every doctor told him the same thing. Kept going through doctors until he was like, screw it, I do what I want. And guess what he died from? That, being unhealthy. Like, bro, just be healthy. Like, it's not... And he was basically in a prison his whole life. He couldn't do anything. He was limited to the chair and the bed. I mean, if that sounds fun for you, have at it. Be my guest. But that's not life. That's not living. All right? Get your health together. You not only do you want to live for yourself, but if you have a family, you want to live for them because they love you too. You want to live as long as possible to be with everybody that you love. Okay?
if you go to a Jewish person and you say a race, it almost gets confusing. They'll cut you off quickly and say,
yeah, they will.
We're not a race.
They will.
We're a people.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
because the other half of my family
our
Jewish.
people are supposed to just say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Okay, well, what about, do you own the land that you're living in?
Nope.
Do you own, is the contract even in a language that's even possibly understandable?
Right.
You know, for
no, this
your
is
heritage?
complicated. It's
you know,
complicated.
And in America, we as blacks will like down each other on how good we speak, but we're speaking English. There's nothing whiter than English. We're not in our native tongue, actually. So we judge each other on white goal lines.
Which is stupid. I actually said that in the first, not the two-parter interview series I'm doing now, but the very first Kanye interview I looked at. I literally said everything he's saying. And there was another video I've actually done on my channel where the two black chicks in the LA food district was trying to say all food is healthy or whatever, including snacks and junk. It was stupid. But in the back of that, I said the same thing. We have so much things to worry about in our community. When he mentioned the land, we don't own anything as a community. And like as a whole, we own nothing. Yet, like I said in that video, our young black men are fighting each other over streets and property that we don't even own. We don't even own it. You ever been in certain areas? They be like, hey, where you from, cuh? What sex you claim? What hood you from? It's like, who cares? Who cares? We don't own any of it. It's so stupid. All of it is so stupid. We're so focused on the wrong things. And then when you decide to be about your business and have personal responsibility and do what you're supposed to do, you're a coon. They call you a coon and a joke. And it's like, because I'm bettering myself and acting how I'm supposed to act instead of a stereotype and a caricature? Insane.
Not based on exactly what our culture is based on.
Yeah. Wow. I have to say, Kanye's been that was a good interview overall. He's been, like I said in the first video, the way he speaks now is way calmer than throughout the years when he used to do interviews and his like energy levels were on 10 and he was jumping up and going crazy while talking and people were just like, what's wrong with him? Why is he doing that? I think it's a line. Like, you could be passionate without all the jumping and raving and moving about, and you could be this, where you're getting your points across. And you know what's crazy? Because people can't get off the shirt that said White Lives Matter, because they can't get off of it, they're refusing to get his message from the rest of the interview, which is sad. Like I told you, this community, we'd be worried about the wrong stuff. We'd be so much better if we all were on the same page and just got it together. But it's just how it is. If you guys want me to see me react to more content like this, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop a video. If I happen to have to take a day or two off, the only way I can update you at the moment is through my social media. So make sure you follow me over there. The links to that is in the description box below. So until next time, you already know who it is. It's saying.